Well, things are hot outside. Things are hot in LA somewhere because we are starting with the affair that has set the internet ablaze. And by the way, shows no signs of slowing down, the Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal, or, no, otherwise known as Scandoval. All right, we're gonna give you the background if you're not up to date on this story. The season's popular couple, Ariana and Tom Sandoval, they actually split up after being together for 9 years. So why'd they split up?
His mustache.
Tom Sandoval had an affair with their co-star Raquel Leviss, who is Ariana's now former best friend. And for at least some of the time, Ariana and Tom's good friend, another Tom, Schwartz, he knew this was going on, but he didn't tell a word to Ariana. So we are watching the aftermath play out on Watch What Happens Live, and no, Ariana has not forgiven her former best friend, nor has she forgiven Tom Schwartz, who Ariana says he covered up the whole affair and, quote, actively participated in her downfall. So, listen, if you're not up to date completely on this story, you can at least relate to this question. So if you're friends with a couple and you know that one of them is cheating, do you have an obligation to tell? Yes. You do? Yes. Sarah?
So, I think there's different tiers, okay? I think there's the tier of, did they do a one-night stand, it was a mistake, and they feel awful? You figure it out then. But it's the disrespect for me. It's the posting on, going on trips together to Coachella and making out at Coachella. Apparently they made out at Coachella in front of people a long time ago. It's the dressing at each other for Halloween. So at that point, I think I have to tell, you don't want to make your friend a fool, right? You don't want everyone to see what's going on, and you know what's going on, and see someone treat someone poorly. That's, to me, the crux of it for me. I'd have to tell my friend at that point.
I will tell you that I did tell a friend once, and it didn't go very well. So I was back in university, and my friend had been dating someone for quite a while. I was actually kind of closer to the guy in this relationship than the girl. She went away for the summer. The guy started hooking up with one of my other friends. And so I was like, at first I assumed that he must have broken up with his girlfriend because I wasn't talking to her. But then eventually she called me up and she's like, is so-and-so seeing somebody? Like, I'm getting weird vibes. So I got off and I called the guy and I was like, you better tell her or I'm going to. And he didn't, so I did. And the problem is that she stayed with him.
Oh, yeah. That you do hit.
Yep.
He
and now you're the bad guy.
And I was the bad guy. It was a very tricky thing. So I'm not saying that story means that I would never, ever tell, but I do think you have to consider deeply how close are you to this person? How much do you want to get involved? What do you know about the backstory of their relationship? What do you...
I know, you're looking at me, I'm like, because you already know.
You got thoughts.
I'm going to upset the audience. I plead the fifth. You're not going to get a word out of me. I have a strict rule. I like to stay out of people's relationships. I like to stay out of people's marriages, and I figure if you know your partner, it all comes out in the wash in the end, because as you mentioned, what happens is a character assassination of the person who does come to you and says, hey, I saw your partner doing this with this person. Everybody knows. You're the only person who doesn't know. I felt like you deserve to know. And that's what everybody thinks they want to hear until they actually hear those words. And then people's relationships are nuanced. There's so many different layers. And sometimes when a person's not ready to leave, and I think that's half the problem. They'll hear it and they'll go, oh, we can work through it, or oh, I don't believe that, oh, he wouldn't do that. And then it turns around and then the person who told you the truth that you asked for, now they are nosy, they're the worst person in the world, and if it's a boyfriend, he's gonna badmouth that woman, her, especially if it's a girlfriend of his wife. And I have just learned, because I've had lots of situations, keep your mouth shut, let them figure it out, mind your business.
Okay.
Well,
I know people don't like it, but I've seen this happen too many times.
I hear you, I totally hear you, but let's flip it on the other side. Now you're the one who is unknowingly being cheated on. That was my situation. Unknowingly being cheated on for like a year. And the problem is, I ended up figuring it out on my own, but when I did figure it out and figured out the whole picture, I realized so many people knew. So it's a double betrayal. It's a betrayal by your partner, and then it's a betrayal from people that you thought were your friends. So I would, going forward, if I was ever in this situation, I would do the very mature, smart thing. Write an anonymous letter.
Get a fake account on Instagram and send them some DMs.
You can
and that's not gonna work, because you know what she'll say?
It's gonna work.
It's not
you
gonna work.
absolve involve yourself
Take some pictures.
completely.
I'm telling you, I've been in this situation a million times, too many times, and you know what? She's gonna look at that letter and go, well, if this was a real thing, she would put her name. She would let me have a conversation. They always
At least
turn
plant
around
the
and
seed.
spin it.
Plant the seed.
I think I would just show it on my face when I saw you, and I'd be like, he's cheating on you. I wouldn't be able to hide it. It's just inside me. Something horrible's happening to my friend. It's like, yes, I'd like some coffee. He's cheating on you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know so much. And then it's a relief. And you know what? If I'm the bad guy, fine.
You'll take it. You'll take it.
I'll take it.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more discussion and debates on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.